Thank you, Speaker and members. Thank you for the opportunity to speak on this bill. This bill before us today maintains most of the good measures the House incorporated. It's a step in the right direction to curbing current abuses in the PFC program. Because of that, I will be voting yes on concurrence. Last month, thanks to the support of many of you, good changes were put in place in this bill. As you know, PFCs are used as a tool where apartment complexes receive 100% property tax exemption in exchange for providing for affordable housing. The abuse happened when developers in 90% of these deals are taking existing properties, converting them to a PFC, and most of the tenants have already been paying the affordable rent. So the owner suffers little to no reduction on the income side of their ledger while wiping out all of their property taxes on the expense side for 99 years. The most significant change to this bill is that going forward, 60% of the tax savings has to be identified and go into lower rents for tenants. Before, most of these apartment owners were not having to give up anything on the income side. This will force parties to go deeper into affordability if the minimum number of units required for the different income levels do not at first produce the public benefit. It will affect 90% of PFCs. This is so transformative because, as I told you, members, last month, I own 44 properties in the Houston area. I own one in Mr. Dutton's district. Under the current rule, I could get my property taxes wiped out and I would suffer nothing on the income side. With these amendments that we have on in this bill, I would now have to give up 60% of those property tax exemption and give it back to the tenants in lower rents. And that's what we want. You know, Mr. John went through a lot of the changes, but that is the most significant change. Also reducing it from 99 years to 30 years for converting existing property. Let me be very clear why we need to unanimously concur with the changes that we have attained with these amendments. In the last 30 days since we did those amendments, the industry has exploded in trying to convert 200 properties to a PFC before these changes go into effect. And 90% of those deals will not happen if they have to give up 60% of their tax exemptions to lower rents. You know, that's another $10 billion that could be wiped off the property taxes if we don't act today and concur. Members, I've been told that SH-130, known as the Texas Essential Housing, is one of the worst ones in this business, have hired countless lobbies to try to spread misinformation. This is a group that's been doing deals far beyond their jurisdiction. You know, I viewed their website and talking with others in the industry, and they are doing a deal right now every 4 to 6 business days and getting $1 million in cash at closing, in addition to getting the lease payments or that pilot payment in lieu of taxes for 99 years, wiping out school, county, and city taxes that are hundreds of miles away from their jurisdictions. Their goal is to kill this bill or have us concur at under 2/3 so that it will not take effect until September 1st. In closing, I'm committed to working and continuing to approve this bill. Let's take what we accomplished last month with the amendments that remain here, and let's unanimously concur to send a message to the industry that the legislature is watching and we are not done. I encourage you to green light this on concurrence and stop this egregious abuse immediately. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, Ms.
Thompson, what purpose? Would the gentleman yield for questions?
Yes.
Gentleman yields for questions.
Mr. Gates, isn't it a fact that the Senate ignored your amendments and put in 19 pages of their own and sent it back to us?
No, Ms. T.
Yes, they did.
No, I
respectfully disagree with you.
No,
they sent back what they wanted you to have.
Mr. Vasut, for what purpose?
Will the gentleman yield for a question?
Will the gentleman yield for questions?
Yes.
Mr. Gates, do you believe the current system that is in place and being used is corrupt?
I believe it's very corrupt.
Should the House tolerate corruption?
No, it should not.
Thank you, sir.